here we are again for another episode of Lunch Therapy. Okay, here we are. That was Boney, my lovable sidekick. And today we're streaming out to Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, YouTube, and I think maybe Instagram. Hopefully there are some Instagram people out there. It's kind of a new thing. I don't know what I'm doing, of course. But we're here, and just to let everybody know what kind of show this is a show where we don't talk about all the horrible things going on in the world because we're taking a little bit of a mental break, a little bit of a pause. Those things matter a lot, but for this window of time, perhaps we're going to just let it all go. We're just going to let it go. And we start the show out by taking 3 deep breaths and trying to fill the lungs, try and fill the back of the lungs, try and get that oxygen in there because this is really good for us. And it's going to relax us, and it's going to make us feel better. So here we go. Here's the first one. You just hold it and let it out. Here we go again. Hold it. Feel it in the back of your lungs there. And let it out. There's my dear friend, Vernis Clear, and she's going to take in the third breath with us. And we're going to let it out. I'm glad to see Pam Palmieri is here. She's joining us from Facebook. There is something that she sent me, which is a picture of Boney's cousin who lives out there in Michigan on a fence. And there he is. He looks a lot like Boney. I think he's a little older, perhaps. He's hanging from a hook, it looks like, and he's doing some kind of exercise, which is good. He's getting some air, getting some oxygen. It's good to see him. Thanks for sending a shout out there. I don't know what his name is. Maybe Pam can tell us what his name is. Yes, we have a person here from Twitch saying, go Ganesh. And that's very insightful of him. I am wearing a shirt with Ganesha on it, which is the god of prosperity and abundance. And I'm putting that out there for everybody today to, have an abundant day and have as much, I want as much to come to you as many good things to come to you as possible today. And that's why I've got the Ganesha shirt on, and I'm wishing you all the best. And yesterday we had a video that was called the most satisfying video in the world. And it really felt good for a lot of people. And that's one of the objectives of this show. Well, that is the objective of this show, is for us to feel good. So I put a cat video on top of it and maybe ruined some of it. So I'm going to show a little bit more today. There is some elevator music, but it's very satisfying. It's from something called Dig. And here we go. Most satisfying video in the world. Kathy, I love the Kathy. I don't know if you guys are feeling I think maybe if you're like OCD or something like that, or you have those tendencies, this is very helpful. This is very orderly. This guy, he lights some kind of stuff that's on the lawn and it burns in a perfect way. I think that some of this is great because it's so efficient, and there's some cracking and some ice. We were trying to figure out why hope you guys enjoyed that. I know that Kamala Lopez enjoyed it. She says, "Wow, the egg yolks. She loves the egg yolks." She's going to be on the show today. My wife, Kamala Lopez, and yes, there's some. I guess you probably couldn't hear me. There's somebody on the chat is saying I could not hear you while the eggs were going. So yeah, we're going to have a segment next called Fashion Tips. Today is kind of a know-it-all episode. Myself, speaking of myself in the third person, like somebody we know. Joel is going to give you some fashion tips. But first, I would like to share with you a very fun animal that was sent to me. I don't know what kind of animal this is. Some kind of porcupine? This one, you probably can hear me talk because it's very quiet. But this lovely porcupine animal, I like this person here. Somebody in Twitch is saying third person action. But I mean, this is a beautiful animal. It's some kind of porcupine. It is eating some kind of a conch snack. It says, the title of the thing says Bebito. I'm going to make sure that I put a link to this in the show notes because it is adorable. And this woman is adorable as well who's feeding it. Neil Phillip, who's on Twitch, finds this much more satisfying. And it is quite satisfying. I think animals, we're going to have some more animals on the show. We're probably going to be doing something in the future where we show you animals in our yard because that's pretty much all we have. But we have a lot of animals in our yard. So I think you guys might enjoy that. So this is our soothing animal of the day, and I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have. But now it is time for the fashion segment. And you guys, might be wondering, like, how cool is that shirt? Well, it turns out I am a pretty fashionable person, pretty fashion-minded. And I like to help people out with their fashion. I mean, you can't have a shirt like this in real life, I don't think, yet. But someday soon, and it's going to be something that I advocate everybody wearing because it's exciting, it's vibrant. But now I'm gonna bring on. Oh yeah. I like Nexa. Nexa is somebody in Twitch. I love it when there are people from Twitch because it is kind of out of my element. I'm not playing a video game, and they're very good with the recommendations like, that shirt or don't touch your face, which is a great thing to remember. There is a drinking game apparently where you watch this show, and every time I touch my face, you drink some kind of kombucha. But now, enough with the chats. I know I want you guys to chat, but I'm going to stop focusing on it because I've got to concentrate because I really need to help you guys out and your fashion sense. So I'm going to bring on Kamala Lopez, and we are going to give you some fashion tips. And here we go, the first in a segment called Fashion Tips from Joel Marshall. I'm here with Kamala Lopez.
Hi, I'm Joel's wife, and I'm the receiver of many of Joel's fashion tips. They're excellent. I highly recommend them, which is why we thought we would share with you some of Joel's wisdom regarding what you should and should not wear. Whether you're female or male, Joel knows.
I like a really good eye for fashion, I think. I don't make clothes. I wear clothes. But I'm really good at like telling what's good and what's bad. And just real quick decisions. And I'll help you guys out. If you have questions in the chat room, you can probably ask as well. Okay. So what do you have here for me today?
All right. Well, our first example is a young lady. I don't know if you can see her. She's got a black loose tank and turquoise patterned pants, and she holds a large brown leather clutch.
Yeah. Normally I would say no, but because this brings up one of my rules. It brings up one of my rules, which is no busy on the bottom, right? That is one of my usually hard and fast rules.
Yeah, that's one that I always get. Joel always
busy on the bottom.
Doesn't like that.
For me, I've always been the kind of person that was kind of hippie, and I am a hippie, but I also, have big haunches. And so when I wear things that are real busy on the bottom, it kind of accentuates that and makes it even larger. I look a little bit like a minotaur. Is that what that is? Centaur. I look a little like a centaur when I do that. So I, stay away from busy on the bottom. It's a hard and fast rule for me, but there is something about these pants, and I think there's a couple of things going on here. One is it's got horizontal stripes, which makes you look much sleeker. And the
horizontal stripes.
Yeah, it has
there was a rule.
Oh, I'm sorry. It has vertical stripes. Vertical stripes. I'm vertically challenged. It's got vertical stripes, which makes the legs look sleeker. And there's something about that top and the way it hangs like that and has that kind of V shape that it looks fantastic. I would definitely do away with the purse. The purse looks like it's like she's holding somebody else's purse is what she looks like some a giant's purse. Or maybe it's a wallet. I think it's the Jolly Green Giant's wallet, or the Fee Fi Fo Fum guy. That's his wallet. She's holding it for him. I hope there's no contraband in there because she could get arrested.
Okay, but so you would be cool if I sported those trousers.
Totally. Those trousers are cool. I like the fact that they kind of go over her feet too. That's kind of fun. I like the kind of fun. The only problem is, if you walk around outside with that, sometimes it gets kind of muddy. And, it's fun. I like it. I like the whole outfit. I like the necklace, the large dangly necklace. I like the way she has her hair down. And I enjoy that weird bracelet that she has in her left hand. Everything except for the wallet. Everything.
Okay. Wow. Well, I got to tell everybody. I'm totally surprised by that.
You don't need to tell everybody because everybody's getting it. Oh, yeah.
The busy on the bottom rule. That's one of the only rules that I've actually internalized over 20 years.
That's what I figured. There are nuances. Okay. What else do you have?
All right. Next, I have a something that lots of women are into these days, and I don't know what you feel about this, but I have an inkling.
That's a no. Partially, mainly it's because the crotch is too low. Okay.
It's a drop crotch pant.
Yeah, drop crotch pants, tight ankle. Just it's a big no. It looks like diaper problems. Like they're having need to change your diaper because you're carrying a load. I would try not to say that, but that's what it kind of looks like to me. She's trying to play it off with the weird dance toe that she has going on there, and the look on her face like I'm smarter than you, or I'm cooler than you look, and it's still not working for me. I love this. I love the turtleneck though on her.
I know you like turtlenecks.
I like turtlenecks like you're wearing there. They look beautiful, and I highly commend her for the turtleneck. But the face, no. The pants, carrying a load, and the ankles.
Cankles.
She's got some cankles going on there.
All right, I'm going to move to a male.
Yeah.
This one, this is what we're being told are the spring fashion trends for men this year. And just wanted you to weigh in on that.
Okay. So, guy on the left, the hat has got to go. I like hats. I'm kind of a hat person. In fact, sometimes I wear a hat and people are like, oh, what are you trying to be, a detective or something? Are you trying to be? But that guy's hat, I know it's the Pharrell kind of thing that was started. But that was a long time ago. And a lot of people were wearing those hats. But that one they're trying to change it a little bit. It's too small. It's too blue, and it's in his face, and he's going to trip. And he's carrying I don't know what he's carrying there. He's carrying like some kind of binder and a huge like suitcase thing. I don't know whether he's going to the airport. I don't know what that is. I love the color of that suitcase.
Yes.
One of my favorite
colors. Pants are great. Can we
Periwinkle.
agree on that?
He's got high waters. I mean, high waters is kind of a fashion thing these days. I think having high waters. I think it looks weird, especially with those shoes. Those shoes are too pointy. I'm not a big fan of the pointy shoes. Sometimes they look good on people, not very often. And I don't know. He's wearing his jean jacket from Madrona Junior High School, so that's a real problem.
And he's wearing, but here's the thing, Joel. He is wearing the jean jacket under
the blazer.
The blazer, which is a thing that you
right. I'm pioneering that. It's not that. I like to wear a big puffy coat and then put a blazer on top of it. And those kind of coats that you can kind of fit in the pocket, like they're some kind of down coat you can fit in the pocket.
Ski jacket.
A ski jacket, but the light kind. And then you put a nice looking jacket over it. So you've got your ski coat and then you got a jacket. And I'm telling you, I have gotten compliments everywhere from that thing. And I feel good when I
kind of riffing on that idea. I don't mind the top.
He's stealing it a little bit. It's kind of weird how he's got it all buttoned up to the top and then at the bottom the button's undone. I don't know what that I think that tells people that he's not married. He's single. I think that's what it means. Have you ever heard that about the vest? Like if you have a vest and it's unbuttoned at the bottom, it means that you're single. And if it's buttoned, it means that you're married. Yeah. See, there's those things that we're going to learn in Joel's fashion.
What about this middle guy? How do you feel about that? It's very sprockets.
I refuse to talk about that guy. That guy is breaking so many rules that I can't. It's almost like he's breaking so many rules that he's trying to piss me off. Sometimes fashion is there just to piss you off. And that's pissing me off. I'm not even going there with that guy.
Okay.
I'm not even going to begin.
What about the guy to the right?
Harry Potter. That's just all Harry Potter. I'm not a Harry Potter person. I don't know about Harry Potter. If you want to see Harry Potter, you can go to my friend's channel. She does all kinds of Harry Potter songs. And Kate Parkin. I invite you to subscribe to her channel. She does these incredible spoofs of Harry Potter. I'm not a Harry Potter guy.
But
therefore,
is that what that is?
No, he looks like he's a bee disguised as a man. You remember that John Belushi thing where he was a bee?
Yeah.
That Saturday Night Live thing. Maybe we can get a clip of that. I don't know. But I think I'd rather see John Belushi in the bee suit than that guy doing his Harry Potter.
All right.
The pouty face. He's got the pouty face too.
Yeah. He's got the Zoolander.
Which is kind of a plus. It's kind of a plus. What else you got for me?
Okay. I've got a piece that I think you're really going to enjoy. Can you see her?
Let's see. No, not yet. Oh, there she. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was that fashion for a while where women would hike their underwear up. So you could see like the top of their underwear. They wore like a kind of a thongy thing, but the thong was like up high so you could see it. And I think that was kind of the reaction to the men who had the droopy drawers and their underwear sticking out. So it was kind of, and I was not a fan of that. This has taken it to a complete other level. And when you see these models wearing these outfits, they find the person who has kind of the perfect body for that particular outfit. And I think that's what this case is here, is that anybody else wearing that outfit would just be a real problem. I mean, almost like you probably like ask them, could you please walk someplace else because you're having a wardrobe malfunction. That's what it is. It's a wardrobe malfunction. For her, I mean, she could probably get away with that.
Hell yeah.
She's packing.
She's packing some.
She's built like a brick house. So I guess she could get away with that. I mean, but
remember the one with the shoulders where they do this thing and they cut the holes out of your shoulders. Well, It looks like they just cut out the top part of your butt.
Well, the other thing about it too is that the pants with the big pockets and the big straps, like what are those for? What are they for? I'm kind of a
Parachute pants.
form and function kind of guy. So I don't know. I look at that and I'm like, why are you doing that? And then I see the big old cuffs at the bottom, and the whole thing is just would be a train wreck if it wasn't this lady.
True that. All right. Well, let's see. Let me show you. This was one that I thought would be something that you would really like. You would probably want me to find for you. It's going to be hard, but I will if necessary.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. The guy on the left, first of all, the
Looks
audience.
so good in that.
Look at the crowd that's there. Those guys, I mean, there's a whole group of people there that are accentuating this outfit. And I love the fact that he looks like from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Doesn't he look like Obama, though?
Not to me. No, he looks like Chitty Chitty Bang Bang guy. He also looks like a mannequin. I would think it was a mannequin if I didn't see the hands. But you know when Dick Van Dyke dresses up like he's like a toy. He's a toy, and then he dances. And there's a dancer that reminds me of that. He had like little cheek things. But okay, this is my question: are the cheek things a part of the fashion? Does it come with cheek dots?
No, you'd have to draw them on yourself.
And what is going on with his face? Mask. Does he have
some clear mask?
He has a clear mask with dots on it, and that's not part of it.
Well, I mean, it's, I'm sure they'll throw it in.
Do you remember the show that we went to that we regretted going to called Body Worlds? Remember that?
Oh God.
We went to the museum. Somebody told us you got to go see Body Worlds. No, and we went there and Body Works. And it was a bunch of humans with their skin off. I mean, they're dead. It was terrifying. But this reminds me of Body Works, and I start to get that nauseous feeling because I'm starting.
Because of the muscle striations. I see muscles.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, don't look at him. How about the guy? How about if I get you that hat and the guy on the right?
If you can get me that outfit, I will wear that down Larchmont Boulevard with pride. And, I think the people on Larchmont will look at me very much like the guy behind him as well. And that guy, the person behind him is kind of like, what? I thought I had the coolest outfit. And then this guy comes along.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Nibby.
Nibby's back there going, what the heck? I thought I was cool. And look at that guy. And look at the shoes.
The shoes. You could not walk in those.
I generally don't like sandals that go between the toes.
That's a rule.
Yeah, but these are based on the Japanese no shoes, I believe, the wooden shoes with the toe. Maybe I'm mixing cultures. I don't know, but I think it's a Japanese thing where they have these like wooden shoes and they put and that's what I think it is. Normally, I would never say to wear socks. I don't know if he's wearing socks, but it looks like he might be wearing.
No, he's got little foot warmer.
Oh, he's got little foot warmer things. My friend Neil Phillip used to always wear Birkenstocks with socks, white socks.
Sure.
And that's when I made the rule: no socks with sandals. But this, again, he's breaking all. I think that's what fashion is actually. Fashion is when somebody takes your rule and throws it in your face. And then you go, wow, you made that work. You ready
for your last
yeah, I'm ready.
Your last fashion tip for this week.
Oh no, that is so unfortunate.
Why?
The guy on the right, his shirt is too tight. And he's got no shoulders. That's kind of a feminine thing. And, maybe, these days you have to mix the feminine and the masculine together. But the shirt is way too tight and the pants are bigger. I always think when I look at these fashions, I think about what would it look like if a regular person was wearing it, right? And so if a regular person was wearing a shirt that tight, they'd be all bulgy down there by the pants. And then the pants would probably be even bigger than the bulge. And then, who's grabbing their crotches? Who is that? And are they grabbing them from behind? I don't understand the narrative.
It seems like they're grabbing them from in between the leg and up.
It looks like to me somebody went, stop
Oh,
that crotch.
yes,
Like
crotch rot.
They were coming at you, and they were just like, stop crotches.
That's not a good marketing.
It's not a good method. And then the guy on the left, of course, has nipples. I mean, he has painted
the little white things.
And that's definitely a glamour don't, unless you have a big smiley face underneath it. If you have a big smile, you might be able to get away with it.
Oh, I see. I get it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant when you pulled the nipple thing off, there would be a smiley face.
Why do you pull? Were you planning on pulling the guy's nipple thing off?
To see what was underneath it.
We can talk about that next time. Ease of access and those kind of things. Yeah. Thank you for joining us on Lunch Therapy. This is Kamala Lopez and her first appearance on the show, besides as a chat person. She's also good friends with Boney, from what I understand. They hang out like outside of this. So, it's good to have her on here. Next time, maybe we'll ask her questions about like what Boney's like in his personal life. Okay. Well, that was it. That was the fashion tips. I know, it went kind of fast. There was a lot of information coming at you there. You're probably going to want to go back and rewind and go over it and see the kind of knowledge that you were getting, and these things are gonna kind of hang. They're gonna kind of hang in your mind, and you're gonna be reminded. One day you'll be like putting on a pair of like really crazy pants, and you'll be like, whoa, wait a minute, no busy on the bottom. And maybe not to stop you from doing that, but if you could say, well, how can I make this work? Because that's fashion, right? How can I you take something that somebody says, no, you can't do that. Joel says, no, I can't do this. Let me show him how it's done. Because what if Jimi Hendrix said no busy on the bottom, right? But you'll notice Jimi Hendrix, he always had the vertical stripes when he went busy on the bottom, I think, or, flowers, stuff like that. Kamala wanted to say, that maybe Mulva could give a tutorial on the Pepsi generation fashions for young actors. Because one time Mulva said that to us. She was wearing like a puffy hat that looked like maybe she was in The Wiz, or maybe she was hanging out with, I don't know, Michael Jackson or something. It was a big puffy, like denim hat. And she said, what? I look like the Pepsi generation. And that was lost on us. We had no idea what she was talking about. Still today, we're like, what is the Pepsi generation? So maybe Mulva could let us know a little bit more about that, because it's something that we missed, I guess. All right, so we're running out of time. Thank you all for joining us today. I got something really, really fun for you guys to watch on the way out. It's another busker that I found on the internet, and it's unique. It's unique. When I hear it, I think of maybe the didgeridoo, which is a big pipe, I don't know, hollowed out log that you play. Anyway, you'll understand when you see this guy. And play a little bit of it. I'll put a link in the show notes so you can watch him, on your own. But I think it's relaxing. And that's what we do here on Lunch Therapy.
I've been searching for my mind tonight. Think I left it on the road. Driving around so days with no direction of home.